On Black Lives Matter, Donald Trump, who of course cares about Black Americans a great deal, he has a little bit of branding advice for them from his Laura Ingraham interview.
Black Lives Matter is a Marxist organization. You remember pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon. That was the first time I ever heard of Black Lives Matter. I said, that's a terrible name. It's so discriminatory. It's bad for black people. It's bad for everybody. And all of a sudden it becomes like sort of, although now if you look, it's going way down because people are tired of this stuff, what's going on, the Black Lives Matter. If you look at what's going on with the bats and a lot of thugs.
Running through DC last night.
Oh, it's terrible what's going on. But
Okay, so Dan, he's obviously a great businessman, great at branding and everything. What do you think about his advice to Black America to possibly rethink that whole Black Lives Matter thing?
Right, so in business, you do a thing called a SWOT analysis, which are like strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And I
think I saw that in Silicon Valley, if I remember correctly.
Trump may have seen that in his foggy parts of his brain when he went to the University of Pennsylvania Business School, allegedly. But his even analysis of Black Lives Matter is off. So obviously saying they're a terrorist organization is ridiculous, but the pigs in a blanket fry them like bacon. The main thing that he has gotten wrong is by trying to put in the air that Black Lives Matter membership is going down or going lower, and he can't be saying that while simultaneously saying that there is a mob in the streets caused by Black Lives Matter that's been going on for 90 days, conveniently around the time that people got fed up with Trump's treatment of the death of a person of color while it was a coronavirus pandemic that was disproportionately affecting people of color. He can't simultaneously have the opinion that Black Lives Matter is losing membership while it's a siege that he needs to be maintaining the office of the presidency for in order to beat. And that's how it's one of the easier tells of fascism. You're in power and you're strong and you're forceful while simultaneously you're weak and constantly under attack from all of these threats. It's double speak even right there. Never mind the other dumb things he throws in that part of that part of the interview.
Yeah, you're 100%. I love the analysis of the strength and weakness, and that has always been the case. I mean, and it's been a big part of Fox News's history of taking this monolithic, massive mass of white conservatives and telling them that they are in fact always the victim. You're the best and the strongest and the best and the brightest and all that, but you're also always under siege and always the victim. That is 100% true. Yeah, it's discriminatory. It's bad for black. I mean, like, I don't understand what, like, first of all, he doesn't care and he's not actually thinking about the fact that he's referencing that pigs in a blanket thing, which was like a random person chanted it like 7 years ago and he's still bringing it up like a crazy person. But the idea that it would be up to you, that any white individual, let alone a right-wing racist, would be the one that gets to determine if slogans are acceptable or not, let alone the fact that it's only been explained about 1.5 million times that like someone having a cancer pin doesn't mean that they're telling people who care about autoimmune conditions to go F themselves. That's not how it works. We get to focus on things if they need to be focused on. That doesn't mean it's the only thing that needs to be focused on. But of course, there's no point in explaining this because literally every right winger who continues to say that Black Lives Matter is discriminatory has heard the explanation a million times and they reject it because they don't care at all, because they're racist to their core. Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.